What's up? We back with another edition of the best podcast you never heard of, The Conceited Nobody. This is episode 157. We done did 157 episodes. And we ain't up for no motherfucking awards except the Leak Awards, which we gotta ask our friends to submit our nominations.
Please submit us.
Hey, it's all good though. We back up in here, man, with a full cast. And then friend of the show, family member. Before we kick it off, you already know who I am. This is Latourus, a.k.a. Martha Harrison, a.k.a. Fan of Facts, a.k.a. Dark Skin Thing. Know some done after that. Sitting here to the right, my man with the master plan, Pookie Jones, pink hoodie, breast cancer month early. Here.
Women's History Month.
Shout out, turn the fuck up.
Women's History Month.
Yeah. What's happening with you? Renaissance motherfucking juvie.
Hey, I'm in the gym. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, ain't nothing else we said to that shit.
They gonna see why I'm
Somebody
here.
get beat up.
They gonna see.
Somebody get beat up.
Somebody gonna get big TF up.
To my left, we got the astounding. Look at it, that nigga got that humble smirk. You know what I'm saying? That's either a humble smirk or a molester smirk. I'm trying to decide. Work Bill Cosby. Trump could have got him out while he's getting out them gangsters and shit.
Yeah.
How you leave Bill Cosby in? That's crazy. But we got my man to the right, Go Jason R, the Chicago Killer, on stage. Comedy Killer. But you know how you do your thing. Come on, man. We need that motherfucking Jason sauce.
It's your boy, Jason Ritchie, a.k.a. Echo Jason R, a.k.a. Vanessa Williams, a.k.a. Simi the Cash, a.k.a. Senor Tezito to the Latino people, a.k.a. Marty McHigh, a.k.a. your favorite comedian, nigga.
And I hate to say this, but First off, man, I'm sweating because that heat wouldn't go off early. But fuck that, though. Nate taking over. I seen Nate on about 4 flyers. Nate is fucking taking over. I seen Nate on 4 flyers. Nate is on 4 flyers looking like a lesbian.
With his page?
He's on everybody's
I
page.
said Nate always doing his thing. Ain't no surprise.
Nate is taking over. Yeah, have y'all seen the flyer?
No, I ain't seen the flyer.
You seen him?
Yet. No, I ain't seen
He looked like Marsha Warfield when she was on Night Court. Go back and look at the flyer, man. Shout out to Nate.
It's okay. I got three shows coming up, nigga.
Hold on. This is what I'm gonna say. The rain on top is short like leprechauns. It's almost over. To his left, shout out to Nate. That's my little jab at Jason, though, man. I'm just fucking with Jason because we better take over. We about to take over. To his left, we got the man with the master plan. Oh man, fuck that! I ain't gonna give you no applause. Ain't that crazy? I wasn't even gonna give you no applause. What's up? We got my homie, my brother, Illy motherfucking Octane.
What up, dog?
Rapper extraordinaire, studio runner. I had a list of accolades for you and shit. Oh yeah, he forgot about the mic.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, ain't talking to y'all.
What do they call like that top producer, like the top person?
Yeah.
He the colonel of the tank.
In that field, like they do
producer.
Like, he do everything. Like he on
Need a
he
jack
doing
of all
everything.
everything. I
He
try
doing
to
everything.
keep my hands in all the
doing
cookie jars.
everything, man. So it's like,
Hey,
hey,
before we kick it off, this is a transparent show. We put everything on the table. You mix up Jason's song and it was shit. Jason was none too pleased with the mix.
No, you wasn't too pleased with the mix. You feel compelled to say so.
Hey,
which one was it? What song was it?
the song was,
I got a tape coming soon.
Jason got his shit coming out. We're gonna remix. No, but
Yeah, we like I told him, we'd be better off recording it from the jump. You know what I mean? It's harder trying to take what somebody did and trying to put the same light back into it when you're mixing it down. You gotta move shit. You know what I mean? But
Yep.
clear as fuck.
Especially when you
know
got,
what I'm saying?
especially when you got an amateur nigga bringing you some amateur shit.
who the amateur?
Me, I don't
Oh, okay.
know.
I am just trying to instigate a little bit. My bad.
Good shit on
My
that.
bad.
To hear your rap like that, you know what I mean? I'm listening like, okay, bro, we got some flow in here. You know what I'm saying? So I hated on him a little bit. Make sure the shit was all fucked up.
Yeah, right.
No, shout out to that though, man. I'm just trying to bring the black community together, one mixtape at a time. But we got a plethora of topics today. You know how we always kick off. We kick off with our snowfall our Snowfall recap. Where every week we recap Snowfall. Snowfall for me was on that power trajectory going down. It was getting bad. The writing was iffy as fuck. I was disappointed. And I actually blame John Singleton for not taking care of himself and dying in the middle of a great show. I was disappointed in his choice.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
This episode, what you say?
I agree.
This episode right here, though, I'm gonna tell you, man, it was redeeming for me.
Yeah,
I enjoyed this shit.
2 episodes.
You did. Jason told me 2 episodes. Listen, this was a good episode. We can recap some of the things that stood out for me. First off, I still think the pacing off just a little bit, man. I think they moving too
just
fast.
a little bit. Yeah, it's still kind of like, like you said, I see the thing. Yeah, they kind of like. It's not as much as it was.
Yeah.
The gaps get smaller, as they get to where they're about to do it. Maybe they might, like you said, do some recap shit. But
for me, the thing I like the brutal side of the drug trade that they shown. Like we always get the glamorous side, especially in hip hop music, or even on television, like with Breaking Bad. Y'all familiar with that show? I was an old man thinking about how can I go get some blue meth. I was thoroughly influenced by Jesse and Walt's Enterprise. Hell yeah. So with this one right here, man, I think they do a good job of showing the downfall. Even if the storytelling is iffy. The drive-by shit, man, that shit, they was going to get Scully. Yeah. Leon them, they was going to get Scully. That shit was gut-wrenching. Yeah. When they shot that baby, I wasn't expecting that shit, you know what I'm saying? The hiring the private eye was goofy. Yeah, that shit was silly as shit. And they tried to do their little comic relief, you know what I'm saying? They're sliding the money and shit, his whole demeanor change. He worked with his mama. Yeah, like, what the fuck are we doing? Are we gonna make this a comedy or some shit?
Yeah, I thought that was gonna turn into something different, but
I thought he was gonna get lit up in that car. It's like they tried to be comical and shit, but we haven't seen too much comedy. Yeah. And this season it seemed like they doing that more so with the big dude. Big dude got killed, did? Or was the dude in the backseat?
Nah, he ain't killed.
The homie, the other homie,
the young dude.
Yeah.
Young dude.
They trying to do a lot of comic relief for the big dude. Something else that was off was, what was old girl? His ex.
Wanda.
Wanda. Yeah. Her, I don't know what they trying to do with her character. And what I mean by that is like, first they showed that, I thought she was going to be a character who had like redeeming quality. Somebody who ended up getting off the dope. She's somewhere in 2020. On Instagram, talking shit to people. Yeah, she made.
That's what it's looking like though. With her being in the hospital, that's when he said something about her detoxing. That's the first thing I thought. Like, okay, she gonna be the first recovering person on there.
Or it's
on that path. It's on that path. Like I don't know if she gonna. I think part of that shit is her fucking up and getting back on and then trying to get back on. So I think that shit about to happen in a roundabout way.
What I dislike about her story is how she was with the junkies and she lost her tooth and you felt like she was gonna learn something new. But what it's doing, it keeps showing Leon, he might be a pivotal character because you see where he got the compassion. Mm-hmm. Like he used to be with Wanda and shit, so he look at her and he like, I gotta help her no matter what. You can tell he sort of feel responsible. Then he the one who's being exposed to the child getting killed. So I'm looking for some growth in his character to where he's not just some kind of street dude. What I didn't like, one scene was when she was in the hospital, turned the fuck up, going off. I don't know nobody sober who act like that. You know what I'm saying? She was still like she was high, you know what I'm saying, trying to get up, get out. But overall, from that point, that was cool. I just don't like where they take with Franklin. I don't like how domineering his mother is over him.
That's all it is.
Where his mother got too much of influence and stuff. And it's like she's wishy-washy on what she's trying to do. One day she want to be Griselda. You know what I'm saying? Queen Pen. Then she want to be the concerned mother. And what I don't like is how they trying to keep the father out the loop. Yeah. And that's indicative of society today, how he's there willing to give wisdom. You know what I'm saying? He's the voice of reason, but they're freezing him out of all the decisions. And I mean, I don't like that if it was real life. As far as the story going, it's a cool story. What y'all think about him with Reed when they talking about how he trying to get up out the game?
Before you go there, I was just gonna say that I think that they just about to split. Like him and his mama, like they finna split back, and then it's finna push him back toward his father, really, and to really show you the value of that father figure in time. Because I do think it's going that way, man. But I ain't gonna give him too much credit, man. I believe it when I see it.
Yeah. It seems like they gonna set to me, I thought they were setting the father up to be some sort of a snitch.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah,
That's why
for a second.
Yeah, that's like he just gonna leak something to where shit gonna come back to what they got going.
I'm so glad he told Connie Chung to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he's like, I ain't going
with too.
Yeah, I think they just, like you said, they just back rolling like shit. Hey, really shit. A wise man's words are not heard.
Right.
That's all I can say about that situation. They trying to like, you know, shit. That's what's, you know, kind of like what's going on today a little bit in a ways, you know. So
What I definitely don't understand her character. It's like what is she? If I don't understand her character. It's like she's some investigative reporter. She tried to come with the Black Panther angle and shit.
I don't really understand what
She just knows.
Knows.
Yeah,
That's it. That's it. And the was it the CIA operative that she was in contact with who was telling her about that bullshit, or was he a reporter?
No, he the CIA that was over the.
He was mad, wasn't he?
He was over the whole drug ring when they killed the female. I think that was in the first season when they killed the first female officer.
Yeah.
And then they made him like throw all his evidence away and shit.
And he upset about that.
Mm-hmm.
What stand out for me? He got like remnants of Gary Webb in him. I don't know if y'all familiar with Gary Webb. You familiar with him?
Mm-mm.
You familiar with him? He was he was just a reporter though. He the one who drew the dots and shit and connected with Freeway Ricky Ross and the Contras. You know what I'm saying? How the CIA was. I thought that's where they're going with that, but it's similar to that. But of course, this dude's a policeman. And one thing that stood out for me too, man, it reminded me of some Wire shit. I know you a Wire.
Yeah.
Wire
That's when I see like in this season
You
with the side
fucking
stories. When I see
Yeah.
the side stories, it made me be like, don't turn into the Wire where they had all the seasons where they was on the fucking docks and shit.
Yeah,
where it kind of took away from the regular story that they was on and made too much of a side story. That's what I hope that they don't do with this.
Fuck the docs.
Yeah,
But it was some parts where you got characters and shit where it was character growth and development. You know what I'm saying? And if you can get outside of the main characters and get some character growth, which they try and do with Connie Chung, but that shit ain't hitting on nothing. But what made me think about The Wire was when his bodyguard quit. When he said, I'd have been a war and shit, but this shit's different.
Yeah.
At war, we shooting motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? This in the 80s, so you imagine he was in maybe Vietnam. So you shoot motherfucking Asians from a distance. Before I go any further, who in the fuck is beating up Chinese people and shit for that being my programming? For Jeremy Lin to be giving speeches and shit about Asian lives matter. Who beating up Chinese people? This I'm telling you though.
Dude who said something to do with this is where he fucked up. He got them Chinese letters on his arm.
Who?
He gave you some ammo. Whoever Jeremy Lin was talking about.
I'm gonna say this though.
Post about the basketball player had Chinese letters on his arm.
I'm gonna say this and look at
That's
that.
some game fuel to the fire.
I'm just now realizing that Bruce Lee lied the whole time. I thought they could whoop at least 30 niggas in one time, and y'all the dudes crying and complaining. I'll never watch Enter the Dragon again. Never. Fuck Enter the Dragon, y'all. You niggas, hey man, he had that 6-inch punch. But one more thing was when the bodyguard quit, it reminded me when Cuddy quit fucking with Avon. You remember that? How Cuddy was a gangster.
Look, this is another
Hold on,
thing.
you familiar with Cuddy? Oh, let me finish this thought real quick. When Cuddy quit fucking with Avon, man, you can see the disappointment of Avon. But Avon understood it. And this is like, it was taken right out of that scene right here and shit for that one. And you can see how Franklin was hurting. Franklin, it's like he's so engulfed with the money-making thing that he's not considering people's feelings and shit.
Right.
Like, it go back to the bookstore shit. He ain't consider their feelings and shit. He not considering the bodyguard don't want to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That and
everybody turning away from him.
Hell yeah. And
except for his auntie.
Yeah.
His auntie was right there with him.
Hell yeah. What's the nigga name talking like this? I keep forgetting his name. Hey, you know that nigga?
Dude. Yeah. With the music store.
Jerome. Hey, you know that nigga younger than us?
Nah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, right.
On everything I am.
Fuck out of here.
But yeah, what was your thought though? What was your thought?
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I don't like how everybody they paint a picture where everybody like turning their back on him, and you know, I don't know, man. Like you said, they kind of trying to make him the bad guy.
I know.
It's like, man.
And they always with it from the jump.
Like, hey, I don't know what's going on, man.
You can understand though. If we just start getting shot at and shit.
Yeah, I feel that too.
Scale of 1 to 10, what you get this episode?
It came back up to a 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah, 6 to 8.
I'll give
it
it about 8
cool.
and
The last part was like,
that's what it was like.
Oh,
shit.
now I can't wait to watch the next episode again. Cause
I forgot what happened at the end.
That was that. The end gave it an 8. The end to give it an 8.
That was at the end?
Yeah.
Why the fuck I felt like that was at the beginning?
Because it was like the biggest.
That's when they pulled up and they looked over and seen this dude.
You felt that shit.
Yeah, that was the M. Night Shyamalan.
Like, damn, because he walked that motherfucker down. Like, I see you back there, motherfucker. Pop, pop, pop. Then he get back to the,
I got 2 articles on the pull up real quick before we chop it up about some other shit. Actually 3. But real quick, I got this off MTO. So it might be...
It's reliable.
Oh, it's very reliable. They like the dirty version of TMZ. Y'all familiar with Jesse Williams? That nigga that had a Black Lives Matter speech.
The light
one day. Hey, it says Grey's Anatomy actor Jesse Williams is going viral today after the husband of one of his co-stars on the hit show claimed that Jesse was cheating with his wife. MTO News has learned, and the husband claims that Jesse may have manipulated co-star Shyler Lee into a physical relationship while she was in the midst of a mental health episode. That's all I'm gonna read from that fucking article. How did she come home and be like, guess who was stressed out and sucked Jason Williams' dick? How do you absolve her guilt and say you nigga manipulated her? Like, this bitch had a headache and whenever got some aspirin, the nigga was sitting around in the light skinned nigga tail.
Right. They really tried though. They talking about she was bipolar. And, if you do know a person that's bipolar, like, that shit is completely possible, but
possible?
But it's only if a motherfucker not taking medicine.
But what's possible?
For a motherfucker to have a manic episode and do some stupid
ass
shit.
shit.
Yeah, and then be like, I didn't want to do that. He made me. For real.
That sound like rape.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy shit.
I don't know what's about bipolar.
That's why you got to be on your meds. I'm talking about bipolar.
I said I wasn't going to read no more, but it says the angry husband took to Twitter and wrote, Jesse Williams tried to destroy my family.
Yeah.
But he didn't succeed.
Man, shut up.
He really just destroyed his own. Can you imagine that? That's like the Spider-Man meme and shit where we pointed at each other and shit. Like, you thought you was going to make a difference by fucking my wife. You fucked your own.
You thought you would afford my plans again.
Difference in what?
Hey, Shyler's husband claimed that Jesse Williams manipulated his wife while she was having a mental episode and suggested that Jesse manipulation eventually led to the pair to carry on an affair. Can you? It's when we talking about social media.
Is he some type of doctor or something? He know how to manipulate bipolar people to get him head? Like, is this
Black boy magic?
That's what they trying to make him out to be.
Yeah, that's why it's like an art. Like, this nigga created a new science.
First off, the only person I'm castigating in this is the husband. He was on Twitter. He said, I do understand I can't win this one because of his fame, but just because y'all should know the truth, take it or leave it. Can you imagine, like...
You can't spend that in a manipulation.
Can you imagine, like, on Twitter, talking about this and trying to gather people on your side?
Very funny.
Because mental health is a popular thing right now, like, where people... what's one of the things they say and shit to promote mental health awareness? Like everybody, my anxiety acting up, shit like that. But I always say, man, that should be a cop out for people who don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, own the shit they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I was tripping, man. My anxiety was acting up. The reason why I want to talk about that because it's like this is like men behaving badly, men reacting badly to certain things, including their wives. Anybody know that you're supposed to protect your woman in any, you know what I'm saying, in any situation. This is TMZ. Whack 100 sued. The caption says, "Your beatdown left my jaw wired shut." It's funny. Whack 100 is being sued by a Hollywood actor claiming a brutal beatdown from a hip-hop manager left him bloody and disfigured with his jaw wired. Me understanding how the world is right now, I was okay with that. I'm like, okay, he's a bitch, he gonna sue. He gonna get his money. It's a money thing. Kennethlawson, who starred in the sitcom In the Cut. Are y'all familiar with that?
Cut.
You? Yeah.
Cut. No.
It's one of them bounce TV shows.
Exactly. I don't watch bounce TV.
Yeah, I didn't have cable or nothing for a while.
Channel 3 or something.
He is someone in the game.
So.
He is someone in the game in blue. What you say, 90?
Come on,
Hey,
like,
man,
Channel 90 or
I ain't
Channel
went
3.
past 40 in a long time.
You get like 50 and
It's
60,
like
you get
9.2.
the static and maybe a porn channel and a video channel. That's about it.
He's assuming the game and Blueface manager claiming he got knocked out by whack while he and his wife Monique dined at the sushi joint Yamashiro Hollywood back in December of 2019. In documents obtained by TMZ, Kenneth claims he was approached by Whack 100, who he says he never had met before, and started yelling at him, accusing Kenneth of speaking to Whack's wife. Kenneth says Monique introduced herself as Kenneth's wife in an attempt to de-escalate the sitch. I guess that's how they cool say situation.
Yeah.
But to no avail. Instead, Kenneth claimed Whack yelled, "Keep your bitch in check!" before allegedly striking him in the mouth and causing him to violently strike his head on the ground, knocking him unconscious. I'm gonna pause that right there. Can you imagine getting violently knocked down in front of your woman? Can you imagine that shit? Like, it's like some shit it gets worse. Kenneth also claimed Whack, no stranger to throwing hands. Who writing for TMZ, man? This is like getting a Fashion Nova ad. You ever got a Fashion Nova ad?
Look, it's COVID, so they ain't making that much money, so you know they lost a lot of good riders.
Nigga, I'm just waiting for them to say she gonna drag
You know
her to the car.
Make everything good.
You know motherfuckers probably just in there just like, they probably got rookies in that motherfucker just
TMZ thrive in the COVID though, because it ain't like you don't gotta go nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Still though, you feel me? Ain't really no action like that. I mean it is, they every now and then. But
Kenneth also claimed Whack, no stranger to throwing hands, turned to Monique and nearly struck her too before he was allegedly restrained by guests who intervened. I like to know how Kenneth knows if he was knocked out.
Right.
They told me I was asleep.
He
You
suffered
just remember shit and
I
you
woke
dreamed
up.
about the rest of it.
in spurts.
Cause his girl drug him to the car. He was knocked out.
Kenneth and Monique are also suing Cash Money Records and his label Honcho Birdman, claiming Whack was at the restaurant that night to promote a recording artist named Bree. Could you imagine, like, how do you handle this situation? Do you hold court the streets, or do you go to court of law? Like, what is your girl saying to you on the way home?
Yeah.
After you wake up?
Because you probably finna lose all that.
that shit.
How do you respond to that shit? I mean, what's worse? Get beat up in front of your child or your girl?
Damn.
You can switch girls. you
Oh,
can't
me
switch
too.
kids. You ain't gonna be
Daddy,
able to
remember
switch-
you got your ass whipped when I
Right.
was little?
I ain't trying to get my ass beat like Daddy did that one time.
Your child be in school that Monday and shit talking about what happened, anybody anything interesting happened this weekend? No. Oh, my daddy got beat up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
My daddy could beat your daddy. No, we know my daddy could beat your daddy's ass.
I call Paw Patrol.
Hey, listen. Hey, real quick before we holler at the guest, the man of the hour, I want to bring up some more somber news. The stimmy got niggas going crazy.
Yeah.
The stimmy has people going crazy. I don't know if
Whoever they made a nickname for it.
Stimmy.
I knew-
Got a nickname.
I knew-
It's real life goes on.
Stimmy.
Right.
Who is it, Jason?
Stimmy. The stimmy.
What fucked me up, man, is when Nas said something about it. You from shout out to Nas, he got a Grammy for whatever that's worth. I don't care about Grammys. You care about Grammys?
It's an accolade to have. It's not a career definer though.
Shout out to Ramasad. That nigga talking about one day he gonna be in Grammys and shit. I don't even know how the fuck he inspired for that shit. That nigga, yeah. Shout out to Ramasad. That's my nigga. But he said that. I'm saying, come on, man. We going for Lifetime Achievement Awards at this age.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna go get Blueface and shit, goofy niggas. But Nas, he got one. Nas should have at least 3.
Yeah.
He got about 3 albums a year as far as hip hop concerned. But what made me think about Nas, because he said in his song that EPMD off that Black Judah shit, and we ain't waiting on no stimmy. And I was offended by him saying that shit because we don't get the same kind of money, and I was waiting on mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But did you hear that shit?
You ain't shit for that.
Yeah, man. But listen, a man allegedly gunned down 3 adults and a child after arguing with his girlfriend over a stimulus check, according to police documents. The victims were found dead in Indianapolis. Are you familiar with this?
I kind of heard a little bit.
In Indianapolis, Indiana, home on Saturday, according to the probable cause. Affidavit filed on Tuesday. They were ages 7, 23, 35, and 44, Indianapolis police said. A survivor of the shooting identified her boyfriend, Malik Halfcare, as the suspect. The affidavit said the girlfriend, who was also shot and hospitalized in critical condition, alleged that the 25-year-old Halfacre took the couple's 6-month-old daughter with him when he left the scene. The affidavit said police said Tuesday the girlfriend was stable. You like B Swift, don't he? Nigga like B Swift to you, dude. I'm out tripping. Yeah. On Sunday morning, the baby was found safe at Halfacre's sister home, according to the police. The suspect's sister told police that Halfacre admitted to killing 4 people and told her the details on how it happened. The sister said Halfacre then called a friend who agreed to help him flee. Man, the sister telling everything. The affidavit said Halfacre was found hiding in the attic of Indianapolis home. Authorities said that he was taken into custody on Sunday. Halfacre told the police that he and his girlfriend were arguing because he wanted some of her stimulus check. The affidavit said he got to be on drugs. Mr. Halfacre admitted to shooting all of the deceased individuals in the house. Halfacre allegedly told police that after everyone was shot, he took the money, the girlfriend's purse, and his girlfriend's car. Halfacre was charged with murder, attempt murder, robbery, according to court documents. He is due in court March the 8th. It is not known if he had an attorney.
Nigga, you ran to the attic though? Like, you just got some money? You didn't think to try?
First off, they start coming out Saturday. Second of all, he had just got done reading the diary of Anne Frank. Yeah. Come on. Keep up, Diggy.
Yeah, you right.
This is a tragedy. And I'm going to tell you something. And I don't know if y'all don't agree with this, but I don't think nobody got killed over no stimulus check when Trump was in office. This is Biden's fault. This is Biden's fault. Damn you, Joe Biden.
Damn you.
Hey, but it's fucked up, man. The girl, her name was Janitris Moore. What's going on, man?
Like, man, so first of all, then she offered a nigga $450.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But she said she was gonna give him $450. So he said that wasn't enough, and then he came back and said he gonna get the whole thing. So it's like, what is you really gonna do with $700? The only thing I can think of is he owed somebody who said they was gonna kill him.
That's exactly what the fuck just came up my head.
And it's like, damn, if they was gonna kill you $700, bro, you was better off going to go figure some shit out. Like, just lay low. Like, if my phone kill you with $700, like, they ain't gonna really find you. You know what I mean? Like,
drugs.
Yeah,
definitely on drugs. Anytime you in that state of panic or frantic for that amount of money, you definitely on something that's not making you on some logical
like,
shit.
And then thinking you about to get away with that shit, like they found bro in the attic. Anytime somebody far higher than
I'm just looking at it.
He didn't flee town. They found that boy in the attic.
I'm just looking at it as a whole. Like, this whole stimulus shit, they just trying to create chaos with this money shit, man. Like, by putting that shit out there at the same time as taxes. Like, they are gonna stimulate the economy, but at the same time, they know niggas ain't got no chill. Motherfuckers got vaccines and fake vaccinated or whatever, so they got an excuse to get back out there and open shit up all the way.
A lot of crazy shit is happening right now.
You just creating some foolishness.
They want to highlight, you know, right before boys about to get this shit.
Like, everything high now, nigga. Uncle Joe, like, I know y'all niggas got it. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's like you said, it's a big story. Niggas getting that stimulus. Niggas was doing this shit without a stimulus check involved.
Think about this. Did y'all see the video where they was interviewing their family?
Yeah.
Ain't no way you about to have me on.
I don't be getting that shit.
You not about to get on TV and you see their demeanor and shit. I'm like, bro, ain't no way I'm not about to be on here talking to y'all about this shit.
Right.
Just kill my whole, like, 4 of my fucking close family members.
And what, 2 things that stand out. First, I know that nigga was terrible as a child of hide and seek. That's one of the first things that came to my mind. Shit, that nigga was terrible at hide and seek. The second one is like, where's the outcry? What I mean by that, it's like I often say that we desensitized to murder when it's us killing each other. You know what I'm saying? Had that been some goofy white boy went in and shot somebody and shit, it'd have been an outrage.
Why would we be outraged, nigga, when fucking Dr. Seuss got these racist ass books, nigga? We got bigger fish to fry.
Hey, listen, and that's fucked up because it's a point you're making, and it's just fucked up, man. Overall, it's a sad situation. You don't really know how to expound on it, how to properly comment on it, because you don't want to be offend anybody in a sensitive time like that. But like Julie said, man, God forbid I'm ever in a situation where somebody asks me a question with a microphone after something like this happened to my family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's so common and shit, man, that motherfuckers don't feel uncomfortable putting a microphone in your face and saying, was this nigga crazy before this? You know what I'm saying? And like, how much really is, what? How much? About 1,400, is that what they said? I mean,
Third person, didn't this nigga get 14? Like you said, I like what Julie said as the reason, because this shit is dumb.
And one more thing, like, if the stimulus is start hitting on Saturday, I'm trying to figure out why was she gonna get her shit out the bank that day. For him, you know what I'm saying? She could have played him.
She had it in cash. You took it all out in cash, and he's gonna get the cash, or like, I don't know.
Yes. They had to make it rain one time. Then the niggas ain't never had that much money at one time because they got too much ratchet shit and too many babies.
It's crazy though, cause like we all see the memes and stuff where people be saying things like, why are people bragging about this stimulus checks? Like people run straight to social media, you know what I'm saying? I got mine. And I mean, we talked about it 2 weeks ago, how social media influenced us to do silly shit that is dictated by groupthink. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody always trying to keep up or outdo somebody. Don't nobody just want to be themselves and stuff. Don't nobody just want to sit back, chill, and just let life go. It's like we competing over dumb shit. And of course, I'm not relating that to this particular situation. This is a family affair. I didn't like how the uncle was sitting around talking about dude had anger issues, how he had did this, did that. I got a bunch of nieces. If anybody got any anger issues, my niece, you got one anger issue. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say that's between y'all, but two, man, I got to get in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be sitting around here talking about he put his hand on my knees. I knew something was wrong with him.
But it's convenient to say all that shit once somebody, after somebody done did that shit, you start flashing back to any dumb shit that was related to it or pointed to it.
Yeah.
Like, that's like saying, nigga, I knew that kid was gonna be depressed when he was older because he used to cry a lot when he was a baby.
Even more.
Some reason to even,
like, nigga,
even more poignant where you like, I knew she was gonna fuck Jesse Williams because that bitch was always at work depressed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's a sad situation. You can only pray this. Like, how do these things get resolved? Like, how can we learn from these situations? If you are somebody who in a situation, abusive relationship, if that's what it was, they the ones who had the less clarity out of everybody. It's like they can't see nothing but what they want. It's like hope. You ambitious that this can get better. But somebody on the outside who care for them, they see the signs. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Jason? What's funny? What's funny, Mr. Comedian?
You said that when you said they optimistic about things and get better. It made me think about them bullying commercials. They like things get better. Yeah. That's why they think that, nigga. It gets better.
But like it's up to the people on the outside. Like you can't just like see somebody getting fucked up and don't say nothing because you don't want to be in their business. This is what policing your own community is.
You see something, say something, like the airport.
You are not snitching. You are preventing, because things like this could have been prevented. Like you see the telltale signs of where it's going to culminate in somebody getting fucked up. So let's be more vigilant and not, you know what I'm saying, less reactive on things like this. Them the topics. Now we're going to hop into talking to the man with the motherfucking master plan. The Colonel Octane, Mr. Rich Harvest, Illy motherfucking Octane, MC extraordinaire. What's happening with you?
What up, though?
You got a project coming out?
Yes, sir.
What? All platforms?
Yes, sir. Oh, shit. I just picked the date today. Still ain't put a title on it.
You said you got a date?
I told him last time, so I'm gonna see the music. I ain't got a title yet. I'm always bad with titles for some reason, but
you still ain't got a title?
Nah.
We're just gonna start off the show.
Yeah, out the gate.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's it.
March 3rd.
Out the gate.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hold on.
4, 3, 2, 1.
You said April 3rd. April 3rd.
April 3rd.
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's
it. That's it. Take y'all
That's it. 4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1. That's the date it's gonna drive.
Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
How many tracks is it?
15.
Is there any songs that you let me hear?
Yeah, it's probably a majority. I think I added maybe 4 or 5 songs that you didn't hear on there.
How many? What's the track? How many tracks you got on
15. I got 15 and I got a bonus. I got the song, the intro song, and then the outro song is the same, but it's a guitar. It's a guitar solo to the actual song.
That's tight.
Any guests on here? Did you?
Yeah, I got some guests. You know, a few people from the squad. My bro, of course, Pac. He got production on there. He got verses on there.
You got some.
Yeah, I got Weez on there. Tony Cleveland, Millie Gray. I got a couple people on there.
Is Tom locked up?
Mm-hmm.
I thought
He just had a release party last weekend.
Did he?
Is he released from jail or?
Nah, album. He just put a project out.
Shout out to Dope Boy.
I'm just trying to be clear.
Yeah.
What was your mind state in doing this? Was there any particular mood you was in? Any particular is it a thing to it or?
My mindset on this one was growth, man. I had success on the last project from one of the songs that put me in the mindset of, okay, if this is how you want to do music and you want people to pay attention to you, you got to do it this type of way. Like on the last project, Hennessy, like the way I talked about it and the topic that it was made people look at it like, oh, we can listen to him. Oh, he put us in the mindset, whether you drink Hennessy or not. That just made me look at what I was doing. It made me look at the format of how I was creating music. And I was like, okay, if this is how I gotta do it, I'm gonna do it like this and still put my own twist on it. So this project is like coming from Hennessy going to another level. It's like growth.
You say.
And when you say growth, like, and just to be specific, are you talking about like maturity, like far as subject matter or topics?
Yeah, subject matter. My subject matter is different on here. It's like I said, it's got growth. You still got your little bit of ignorant shit as rappers usually do, but it's got the growth. Where I'm at now, I gotta give growth. I'm looked at at a certain level amongst my peers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Amongst people that don't know me. So I gotta show them that you can grow with this. You can't just stay at the same place. So I stuck my foot out there and put my growth on it and let people see.
Definitely a pillar in the community.
And when you say that, some of the things that come to my mind is like, we know that, and we spoke about it before, that hip hop has traditionally been labeled a young man's game. Mm-hmm. And the reason why is because it's probably one of the youngest genres of music. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about the growth, we see that it's infrequent that older rappers survive the changes. And when we think about it, shout out to Nas, he was just nominated for a Grammy. And it's since Jay-Z was too. You know what I'm saying? So these are stalwarts. They wasn't the first wave of hip hop artists, but they come from the early old school, mm-hmm. and they've had to make transitions and stuff with the growth. And I think that Jay-Z's 444 album is like the personification of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Where his whole subject matter is astronomically changed compared to Reasonable Doubt. Right. Things like that. And even under the radar. I don't know if any of y'all mess with Fonte. Mr. Fonte from Little Brother. Yeah. When you listen to his music, man, you feel like you listen to some grown ass man shit. Right. He can sit up here and say, my high blood pressure acting up. You know what I'm saying? My knee hurt. You know what I'm saying? But he say the shit the cool ass rhyme. And that's what I like about hip hop. I think that people don't understand that growth is important because you have to change just the demographics. You know what I'm saying? But you have to maintain your cool. And I done seen you do that to where you can maintain your cool where you got a fucking 22-year-old white boy on a song, shit, rapping with him, and it flow good type shit. So how do you balance it? Like you mentioned the ignorant shit and then the growth. How do you find that balance?
I mean, like dealing with somebody, like you said, like, you know, a young white boy that's doing music. Mm-hmm. The thing with them is they don't know. The thing with me is I know. So if I can balance, if they can look at me in a certain type of way, like, oh, Illy, I respect this, then why can't I get back on the same track with them and make them look at that like, yeah, respect this, bro. Then when you get to this level, still be able to do this. You know what I mean? Because I don't never ask nobody to get on the song or can I be a part of that. Like it be all out of respect. Even when I'm being an engineer and I'm not being an artist, when people come to the studio, I don't play all my songs and hey, did you hear this or did you watch this video? It be all out of respect. So anytime I get to see somebody that's young coming up and may have more knowledge, like I grew up in a small town, it's the city. It's a little bit faster than where I grew up at. So some of these young dudes got a level of they got a level of smartness and a level of brain power that put them on a higher level than somebody that could be their age or somebody that's older than them. So I try not to look at them as age. I just look at them as what they offer, and I bring to the table what I can offer. They'll look at me like, oh, you got this and you got this and you established in this way. So I feel like it worked hand in hand. We still in Indianapolis. We still have yet to push a major artist. We still don't have a manuscript to follow when it comes to getting the music here. So if I ain't gonna follow one, I don't expect them to follow one. But you still gotta make people want to be your fans and make people listen to what you're saying. So I don't look at an age bracket. I listen to what they saying, and I listen if they smart enough to carry on. Them the people I choose to do music with.
And you said a whole lot of shit right there, man. That shit was deep to the motherfucker.
Very profound.
Who, like, when you said you got people from the squad working outside of your brother, who was like one of the favorite people that you had working on this project? Not even so much favorite person, but just a favorite song or a favorite verse of somebody.
Probably one of my favorites is Millie Gray, and he ain't even a rapper, he a singer. I think probably because of the song we worked on. Trouble did the beat.
Shout out to Trouble.
Yeah, shout out to Trouble. Trouble made the beat.
Shout out to the beat guys, period.
Yeah. And I don't know, I was listening to the beat, listening to the sample he had, and thinking about Dude had made a song before that I liked a whole lot. And I ain't usually the type of person, like I said, to be like, I want to be on that song. But when I heard it, I'm like, damn, I want to be on that song. You know what I mean? But I know I might not get on it, but I can bring him to the table and we can create something, totally different on our own wave. And that's what we did. And it's like one of my favorite songs that I listen to right now because, like I said, it's going to show the growth. It's going to show that you can take your however people look at you and turn it into something that people going to listen to and be like, oh, if he said that, let me try that.
Right.
So the song I got with Millie Gray, that's probably one of my
What's the
favorite
song
ones.
called?
Black Excellence.
Black Excellence. Well, and just from the thought, I can imagine the content of it, the maturity of it. Does he have any like a album that he working on or anything?
He got music out. I think that he just dropped. He did a double project with him and a dude named 1K called Soul Smoke. I think that's the last thing they just dropped, maybe about a couple months ago.
Is there anybody you didn't get on an album that you would have liked to get on?
Nah.
Say everybody you want to fuck with.
Yeah,
you fuck with.
I mean, Freddie Gibbs, probably the only person, and that's because I always hear comparisons.
Artists always say that.
Yeah, I always hear comparisons.
With that shit.
So that's if I aspired to work with anybody, it'd be him, just because I wanted to make sure that there's no comparisons.
So you know what I mean? Walk him up.
Of course.
Clean him up. Clean him up. That's what you do. I definitely ain't mad at that shit. Did you feel like you wiped me up on that?
Of course. I never feel like I take I ain't never taken the low road. No, I mean I put the same into everything I do. You know what I mean? I feel like, especially when somebody asks me to do something, most of the time that'll make me go harder than what I would do on my own, just because it's like, hey, you want that from me? Okay, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you in all forms that I can. You know what I mean? So that thrives me when people ask me to do shit, especially if I respect you. If I respect you, you ask me to do it, I'm going all the way in.
On that Bill Wizards beat I'll be playing for y'all, Illy, he ate that motherfucker. Y'all gotta hear that shit once we finish putting it together. Where was I? So right now, on your last project, you did a lot of videos. How many videos did you do? Visuals?
On the last one, 4, I think.
Nice.
How many was in Cali?
I did 2 in Cali. I did the rest here.
You think about going back to Cali?
I'm going back next week.
Damn!
Always going.
Eggplant.
The stimmy.
Hey,
Actually, I'm going tomorrow.
hey.
Yeah, actually, I'm on a plane.
I'm gonna go back next week. I got an opportunity. I'm going out there to check out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Good.
I'm going out there next week.
That's what's
I don't know if you did it last time, but don't be out front of that Nipsey. Remember when shit looking sad? Taking pictures of head down and shit. Like you just devastated.
I took a picture, but I wasn't sad. You know what I mean? I like the whole Nipsey, the whole movement. I seen him when he first came out, so I was able to really. I was really a fan before the TMZ shit. Yeah, I was really a fan of his before that. So of course I went out there to pay homage.
And when you go out there, you gonna shoot a video?
Yeah.
Work with anybody in particular?
I'm gonna work with the same dude I did Hennessy with.
And who was that?
Damn, Joe.
Shout out to Joe.
Yeah, shout out
Even
to
if
Joe.
he's not
Yeah.
Joe, that
Even
flow
if
too
he ain't
easy.
Joe.
He said what?
Jake. Jake, my bad, Jake. Jake Bonham.
Jake Bonham.
Yeah,
What,
Jake Bonham. That's who shot the Hennessy. That's why I'm gonna go shoot my next video.
And what was the other video you shot out there?
I shot the Hennessy and going back to Cali.
Okay.
And I did a feature with somebody out there too.
Did you? I ain't never get to see that.
Yeah.
Where you posted it? Or did you post
it? Wasn't one of my songs. It was her song.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what's up, man. Like, you networking, man. I really fucking dig that, man, because I was there at the genesis of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always go back to the ciphers and shit at your mama crib where everybody sitting around there rapping and
Sneaking
shit.
in the studio.
Motherfuckers don't realize how long this journey been and shit. And that's how come, like, when I sit back, I can look at you like, damn, this is my friend and he really doing it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I think you dope because you my friend. It's you my friend and you happen to be dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I gained from that success. You know what I'm saying? That's how I am with all my niggas, though. When Julie beat somebody up, I feel like I'm beating somebody up.
Yeah.
When Jason on stage tickling somebody, I feel like that's my finger on that rib. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how come I cheer so hard, man, because it's like when you see somebody who work hard, somebody who dedicate all their time and shit and their efforts, you like to see them reap the fruits of their labor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you go back out there, what you shooting?
I'm shooting Sunny. That's gonna be the first song on the album. Yeah, I'm shooting Sunny.
And it's a solo song.
Yeah.
That's what's up. What any other thing you got visuals lined up for?
I got a couple videos done already for the project. I got a couple videos that's already in the working. I'm gonna try to do at least 6 videos off of this. Out of 15 songs, I'm gonna try to do six videos.
You said you got how many done?
I got 2 done already.
Which
I ain't
one
dropped
are
it
these?
yet. I got Skate. I got Skate done, and I
You
got
heard
a
that?
song
I saw
called
3
Clash of the
ones.
Titans. The song got
You
called
said Clash of the Titans?
Yeah.
Cool. That's so.
Yeah.
That's me. I like that title.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is the beat like hard? Is it
Yeah,
like,
the beat is hard.
Yeah.
Beat is hard.
You got a favorite,
Yeah.
you got a favorite bar or flow on that motherfucker? Or I'm saying you just
Nah, man, I try not to get into myself when I listen to myself. I just listen to
Hold
the
on,
music.
hold on.
I don't, man.
Hold the
When
fuck
I
on.
don't,
Get
man.
the fuck out of here. It's one where you like, God damn, I'm saying some real shit.
Yeah, I mean, when you ask me, like I said,
Yeah.
when you ask me to feature and I get to be an artist, like when I get to be a rap nigga, hey, you want me to be a rap nigga on this song, then I'm gonna do that. But like when you creating a project, it ain't like trying to feel like I ain't feeling myself. I feel what I'm talking about, and I want what I'm talking about to relate to the people that's gonna hear me. So I don't never really go off of damn this my favorite bar or damn this my favorite song. I just go off of I want you to pop this in and for 40 minutes be on the vibe that I'm on. Because everybody ain't gonna like every song, so I can't pick one song and be like that's my favorite or one line like that's my favorite.
Have you ever had something that you was like, this shit is ridiculous, and then somebody was like, oh, that's cool.
I feel like I do that.
Yeah, a lot of
No,
times.
this shit fuck with
A
you.
lot of times I'll
bro.
be in the
Dude,
yo,
like,
I'll be like, you hear this shit, bro, and they start getting on their phone. I'll be like, see, this is shit I'm talking about, nigga. I just poured my soul out to you, and you texting a nigga.
That's
you got me
fucked
fucked up.
That's fucked up. That's
Yeah,
pain.
so-
That's pain.
But that's why I like
Listen,
making projects.
listen what I say right here. Listen what I say right here. I'm rewinding. Listen to what I say right here. You rewind it 4 or 5 times.
Right.
This motherfucker's disrespectful. So,
Nigga, somebody just call you, nigga, tell them to call you back. You listening to my shit right now. Stop playing.
fuck that Amber Alert, nigga.
It's only been 10
Right,
seconds.
put your shit on vibrate.
Like, you hear what I said?
You disrespectful
Did you get that?
on everything. Because I was saying, you know, like the car was going and it didn't stop.
I
And then
didn't
they
feel
got in my
that.
lane. I made a
Right.
pop. Well, so what's your ultimate goal with this particular album?
Just showcase, man. My whole thing always been to just like I look at rap as a business. When it comes to Indiana, we don't got enough business. That's how I be looking at it. I be feeling like if you can create the business and you can create the people that come and look at you and bring business, then do that. And like I said, I learned that with the last project. Like, oh, this is what I got to do. Oh, this is what's bringing me attention. Okay, then let me show you what I'm gonna do when I really set out to do it on purpose. So that's what I did on this project. Like I set out to make sure that, you know what I mean, people gonna rock to this type of beat this way, or people gonna vibe to this type of song when they're in the club. Just put my own twist on it and don't be like nobody else. That's what I chose to do on this.
Do you find that rewarding? How you still get lessons? How you can still just like absorb game and stuff, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, you wanna stay intrigued in anything you doing. When shit start getting boring or you start losing the passion behind it, then you just not gonna do it, or you're not gonna do it as good as you started off doing it. I still feel I still feel like I ain't lost a step. I still feel like I said, if you call me for a verse, you better think about yours. I still feel the same way as I did when I started doing it. My confidence level is probably 2,000 more degrees higher than it was at the beginning. So that's gonna be trouble for a lot of people around that want to compare what they doing. But as far as how I feel, like I'm on 10. I'm on 10. This project is on 100, and I'm ready for it. I think everybody gonna be ready for it.
And I don't mind sounding like a fucking stand. Everything you say, I agree with. And the reason why I say that, man, because I done told him a bunch of times he's my favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? I done told him and shit. So everything you say, I agree with that shit, man. I'll be looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this project.
Hey, did Pac make a beat?
Yes. Yes.
I
mean, Pac is, that's, you know, when you got somebody that you can be like, hey, don't make me call Pac. Like, he one of them, and the shit that he came through on the album for, he started me off on the rest of it. When he brought the beat, I had wanted him to make a particular beat, and he brought the beat, and like, we did it. I couldn't have asked for nothing more than that. So after that, I was like, oh yeah, you still got the formula. Keep on going with the rest of the formula for the rest of the album.
It's a sleeper.
What's that shit that he just dropped? Is it start with it. Damn.
He got the sample. He got the side step on there.
You got that? No, I'm talking about the shit.
Back it up.
Back it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he dropped back it up, and he dropped another one. He dropped another one too.
And shout out to Pac, man, for putting the homie T-Lo on there, man.
Yeah.
That shit, that motherfucking video right there and shit, that motherfucker, it made me feel some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? The nostalgia, you know what I'm saying? The feeling. So shout out to T-Lo, man. Shout out to Pac, that video.
Even with Pac, bro, like Pac, my little brother. Right. You know what I mean? A lot of people wouldn't know that's my little brother unless we had that conversation or unless you know it. So me looking outside of what I do and me looking at my own brother, like he my little brother, but he just my brother. I look at him as like level. We the same, you know what I mean? Yeah, eye to eye. So when I see him doing what he do and I see me doing what I do and he see me doing what I do, to me it's like I'll go hard every time. Whatever slack, whatever you don't pick up, bro gonna pick up. Whatever he don't pick up, I'ma pick up. You know what I mean? So that's
definitely
that helps.
As far as the roster, we still got a roster up there. Like you got like lined up where you think they gonna release?
No, not right now. Right now it's Illy time. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Say that one more time.
It's Illy time. It's Illy time. It's Illy time right now. You know what I mean? I'm taking the time out to dedicate myself to do what I set out to do. You know what I mean? Shout out to my little homie Jay though. He up and coming. He nice. Yeah, he nice. He nice. Yeah, he nice. That's one of the ones. He young. He 19, 20 years old. You know what I mean? He produced my first single that I'm about to do.
And what single is this?
This the Sunny.
Okay.
Yeah, he produced that, and his bars is called. We dropped the EP last month called What's Next. Really? It's on iTunes. It's on all that. So
he don't be telling me shit, man. Yeah, I gotta find out a month later.
It's like 5 songs, you know what I mean? 15 minutes, but it go hard.
It's perfect on the way to the crib.
That's my feelings. That's my feelings. And I'm in them. What is this called?
It's called What's Next.
What's Next, and what's his name, Jay?
His name is The Unfinessable J. If you go on iTunes, it's The Unfinessable J.
You said it's an EP?
I got fucking like 10 letters I can type, and if they don't auto-populate, I'm not searching for the rest of that.
The Unfinessable
How you
J.
spell it?
UNFINESSABLE.
See what I mean?
Yeah, this let me see the song. Yeah,
that's one of them.
He said, hold on, he said,
How
you spell it? U-G-H-B-C-D-A-F-G.
He said the Unfinessable. But tell everybody where they can find your handles at on social media, man. Matter of fact, before I say that, is there anything else that you want to say to people, like far as where they can, anything, previous music or whatever?
Yeah, get your monies. Stay out my way. I'm on dump truck status right now. You know what I mean? Like, get your shit and stay out my way. Like, if you ain't squad and you ain't been doing what we doing and you can't hold yourself down or hold us down, then you might as well get out the way. Like, that's the season that we on. Take your stimulus check and buy you some outfits and shit. Cause we been hustling before stimulus checks came out. We ain't gonna stop doing that. That's what we finna show. We don't gotta wait on nothing. Get your money. That's what we on. Stay out the way. The minds at least.
Rich Harvest, bitch.
Out the gate.
Well, as far as your handle, where can people find you at?
Illy Octane, everything. Instagram, Facebook, I barely be on Snapchat. I don't got enough time. iTunes, Spotify, Illy Octane. You can find everything I do. Just Google me. Everything will pop up.
I vouch for him. Everything will pop up. Pause. Fantastic music. I'm definitely looking forward to the 4, 3, 2. Is that what?
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Matter of fact, I think I might just have to let that be the title.
There
Shout
it
out
is.
to Jason Rich.
There it is. There it is.
3, 2, 1, go.
3, 2, 1.
April 3rd, 2021.
Damn.
4, 3, 2. This nigga's been astonished for the last hour. He's been astonished. Everything hit.
What's his iPhone?
This nigga gonna answer to something. Nigga stuck that joint.
I be having to let the shit marinate.
If they hit, hell yeah. That's what's up.
It's like I'm gonna say it.
Come on, nigga. You already started the thought. It's like
No,
what?
it's just like shit, like just okay. I was gonna get this. Like your father when we was kids and they say some shit to you and you don't get it till like 20, 30 years later. I'm too low up to speed. I'm with all the big homies. Y'all a little bit ahead of the game on me, but I'm gonna come fast.
Yeah,
So y'all say some shit, I'm not getting it 5 years from now. I'm getting it right now.
Right now,
I'm like, damn! I can't
That's
believe
funny. That is real.
He ain't get that epidural that one week though, did he? I said somebody epidural, Juvie went to space. They said, what the fuck is epidural?
It's the blue,
Right on.
where you see the blue.
But shout out to Illy for coming through kicking it, man. Always a pleasure.
Appreciate you having me, bro.
And man, I played some of your music last time. You told me I could play it. I got flagged on YouTube. I said, God damn, he set me up. I said, he set me up. I got flagged. His people came for me. But definitely looking forward to that project, man. 1,000,000%. We got some work to do, man. You gotta help me finish that mix.
Yeah.
I got a particular song, man. I need help with a hook. I gotta say, but
I want to do gift pack 2 because I'm gonna get some more beats off bro, and I'm gonna record it with you.
Okay.
So I'm
With
gonna
that.
do for the
With
second, the gift pack 2 when I do that.
I'm gonna need y'all on some of these videos and shit too. Help me create this. You know what I mean? These visuals. The one you did laying on the couch, bro, with the outfit.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
fucking
Which
classic.
one?
When he laid,
one?
when he laid the outfit on the couch and laid on top of him, like, hey, every time I see that, I'm like, this shit is
I
classic.
gotta click
right
on that
here.
shit
Yeah,
too.
bro. That
Motherfucker
shit
be
is
like,
classic.
what you got? I'm like, nigga, just watch this part right here.
speaking of Jason, let them know about your Mondays.
Oh, new material. Oh, sorry, more material Mondays, nigga. What? Nigga, cause you need some more of that. I'm feeding y'all niggas now. Y'all getting this hot fire comedy shit now, nigga. It's towel time, nigga.
Deluxe,
So every
classic or
Monday,
deluxe? Classic or deluxe?
hey, nigga, super size.
It's a
nigga.
Clux. It's a Clux.
But yeah, new sketches every Monday. Well, new content, I should say, every Monday, because it could be sketches, it could be new music, it could be videos, it could be blogs, just me on the fucking street being fucking stupid. Or a number of things on my mind episodes, new season of that coming as well due to popular demand. A lot of people keep saying, you need to do them more of them things like when you was the doctor. So I'm gonna make some more.
Jason really be having niggas' voices fucked up.
No, when I do the impression,
You like, I don't sound like that.
guarantee you, hey, if you knew the niggas, you'd be like, man, this nigga bogus as hell. Yeah. But and then some shows coming up, 3 shows coming up. 2 in Indy here. At the White Rabbit. A shout out to the White Rabbit. Always a good ass show. Good ass crowd. They always show love to me when I come through. So 2 shows back to back. The last day of April, I don't know if it's 31 or 30 days, but 30 days, April 30th, and then May 1st is gonna be a show there. I believe they're streaming that too, so if you can't get tickets, you might be able to see it.
Definitely gonna be there.
And then I got a virtual show, nigga. I moved into the future. I said, fuck it, let's go. Got a virtual show for an awards show for some prestigious women of many organizations who actually and fraternities and sororities, so it could be a good move. It's a clean show though. That one's clean.
Some boule bitches.
Clean. Motherfucker might be 14 in that motherfucker, so
14, like years old.
yeah.
How you gonna return some children?
Man, so you know, I'm gonna just do what I do, and then they gonna have to get over it. I'm not gonna fucking really do no dirty, sexual. No, I ain't gonna do no sexual shit. They was like, man, I like what you did, but you had said something about being mixed, and I was like, oh shit.
So they putting the censorship on your shit.
Yeah, so it's okay. They paying.
So
I'm gonna give them.
Spoke like a true whore.
Don't say that joke.
True prostitute. They paying.
They about to get this church set, nigga, because I got a lot of jokes, and I actually been working toward doing a lot more clean comedy so I can do TV sets. So that's coming up in the works. So hopefully I'll come out.
Shout out to Jason.
At Go Jason R.
Shout out to Jason. Shout out to Juvie. What's going on, champ?
Hey, I'm in the gym.
When the next time you beating somebody up?
Man, so boxing comes back in Indiana in May. So I'm hoping to look at.
Play the applause for that, nigga.
Fucking right.
I'm looking at mid-May, you know. Going to go get experience my first year of coaching.
Coach!
I got some fighters fighting the gloves, and I'm excited about that.
When is it gonna start?
May 6th.
Okay.
It's gonna be
May
every
6th.
Thursday for like 6-7 weeks. So and hopefully, you know, I fight somewhere in the midst of that. So it's gonna be real cool, man. You know, but. You know, I'm just staying in the gym, you know, staying focused, and the fight day gonna pop, the fight gonna come.
Yeah.
You know,
I met a little nigga that say he heard of you too, man.
I just gotta be ready.
Yeah, little boxing nigga. He was like, yeah, man, I heard of Javon Jones. Yeah,
Man, it's crazy, man, cause like,
Name
you know,
ringing.
when you doing what you doing, and like you be in the gym, and a motherfucker be like this type of shit reminds me of, like, that's why you need to stay your ass, like, this is where you at, this is what you do.
Yeah.
And like motherfuckers like Javon Jones, you know what I mean? Like,
For real?
that shit weird. You know
For real,
what I mean?
for real,
It's
bro.
like Javon Jones. You're like, man, I know you from Texas, Base. You know, I'm like, you know, damn, respect.
Yeah.
That's cool. So
That should be
And
motivation.
people notice you. That shit. That's
real.
shit that still be hard to get used to, because it's like, nigga, how long you been looking at me from all the way over there, nigga?
Yeah.
Trying to figure out if that's me and shit. That shit be weird.
I noticed you by your
Is
pretty
you?
eyes.
Ain't you? Like
You that
Mike
pretty
said.
eye nigga be rapping, ain't you?
I took my kids to Smiley. I'm taking them to get something to drink. The nigga like, you Illy Octane. I'm like, looking for one nigga, you got too many muscles to be working in this. Stop playing with me. And how the fuck you know my name and shit? I'm your Facebook friend. I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? But you get used to shit like that. That's
Hold
that
on for that fucking soft flex. Tyron just hit us. Illy just hit us with that soft flex. You get used to it. That nigga said you get used to it.
Used to it.
Did you hear that shit? You get used to
Hey,
it.
several.
Wow.
1, 2.
It's like, hey, niggas gonna be coming up to you asking you shit. Like, you get used to it a little bit.
Listen, he gonna be like, yeah, they gonna come up to ask you, do you know the Octane? You know what I'm saying? Hey, but
they
listen,
gonna start calling the car TCK.
man.
Hey, TCK in the gas station.
Yep.
They gonna start calling
Hey,
me
for real,
TCK.
listen. Definitely shout out to everybody here. Ill, Go Jason, Pookie. Cause listen, y'all all inspired me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all doing what y'all doing. Y'all pushing, y'all grinding. Nothing being handed to none of us. You know what I'm saying? We climbing through the fucking mountains and shit, hoping to get to the top. And it's always a pleasure and shit to have you come and visit. It's a pleasure to sit here weekly with y'all. With that said, we're gonna wrap this up. Another edition of the best podcast you never heard of. It Conceited Nobody, episode 157. We'll catch y'all next week.
Peace, motherfuckers.
Can't
That's right.